morning and welcome to Morning Coach. Today, I am so glad you're with us. Hey, it's JB. It's Monday. Ready to go. June 16th, 2025. Rocking here. It is episode 5729, and we have got a great week planned for you. First of all, let's start off with our morning ritual. Take time for self-care. Listen to the CoachCast. Get your day organized with the planner and get those 7 P's in order. Have the right perspective, set the priorities, and focus on improved performance. Let's do it today so that we can make it happen. Like I said, this week we got a big week planned. Kyrie's been doing a great job with member communication. We've got a new newsletter going out on Mondays. If you want to receive that, please let us know. We're big into relevant communication, meaning making sure you're getting what you need. Kyrie's also building up the community, the meetups, everything. She's doing such a great job of getting that organized. Tracy's doing a great job on the backside. A lot of cool things going on here to provide support for you, that leg of the table that's so important, and we want to make sure we're communicating that. So communication is increasing better, that third leg of the table, and support, the second leg, we're really building that. With that being said, birthday tomorrow, excited about that. I always like the birthday, turning 56, and with that, over the next couple weeks, you can go up and ILD is rocking. There's some business models. There's some different concepts going up there. Just go and check that out. If you're somebody that is an expert that's looking to build residual and passive income and just loving life and wanting to contribute, there's a lot up in ILD. Longevity's going great. Dr. Paul has been really working the planners up there. Those are new things we brought in. Again, if you're brand new with me, do not get overwhelmed. Really critical that we're providing a big time coaching solution. And with that being said, I'm very excited to talk about leadership and doing something. We're going to talk about leading your tribe today, but I am launching something that has been a dream of mine. Jurgen motivated me to kind of learn this and get going on it. I told you that the month of May, I would become an expert in AI, and I am. I'm getting there. In the month of June and July, I always talk about building things. Well, I'm building a new platform called membership.io that is really outside of Morning Coach, but many of you will be using the beta. But it's using the philosophies and systems that I put together to help a person like yourself understand your mission and vision. If you already got that, that's fantastic. But if you haven't, giving you the best probability of a mission and vision by answering questions and inputting data, and then bringing that back, looking at that mission and vision and giving you the best probability of success. Just as I have been using this to qualify for Boston and to live an amazing life and grow and hit my mission and vision, I'm now building an app or software that literally what will happen is once we establish that really clear mission and vision that I talk so much about, then what it'll do is then it'll help you figure out what are the goals that are most likely going to take you to that mission and vision. Okay, what is the most probable goals? And then it's going to take the projects and say, okay, these are the projects that are most probable for each goal. And it's going to take each task that will say, these are the tasks that you need to complete the projects to hit the goal. And what it's going to do, it's going to help you understand what you should be working on every single day. I'm really excited about it. It's something that I am personally building. I'm not hiring this out. I'm building it myself. And IO is going to be a life changer. It's going to work with the CoachCast. It's going to work with our coaching, but it's literally, you're going to be able to wake up and go, okay, what should I work on today? It's not going to be 100%. I mean, nothing is, right? But it's going to give you the best probability of success, the best probability. And that's how I've been using things, and I'm building it to incorporate into my system. And we're going to take it one step further. We're going to build it to incorporate into teams. So if you have a team of people and you're like, this is what we want to accomplish, this is the mission. This is what we want to accomplish. How are we best going to get there? We're using AI data research to intensify, to give you the best probability of success. And that's where I see using this is so powerful. So I'm building all of this. It's taking a lot of time. I'm working day and night, but I'm so excited about it because it's a tool to go along with Morning Coach, extremely powerful tool that is going to change lives, just as it's changing mine. And so I just want to let you know in on that, because if it wasn't for you, I couldn't do this. And a lot of you have been around for years and years and years, and you've seen this evolution. I told you it took me 20 years to kind of figure out what I'm doing, and it's really growing. And it's because of you, and I love you and appreciate you, because For me, seeing somebody's life changed, seeing somebody go, wow, I finally understand what I want to do. Oh, and this is how I do it. And these are the steps. It's such a fantastic thing. You know, I've got students all over the world now, over 20 years doing ILD. Some just doing, like, they're CEOs and they're just building their own business. Some are building ILD businesses. Some are just working on their own lives. Some are just trying to find more happiness. And it just brings me pure joy that I've been able to do 5,729 of these and now build it into a system. And using ILD, where some people will say, well, isn't ILD mean you should just hire everybody and just do everything? No. ILD is about building systems and creating that you absolutely fall in love with. And to me, I'm falling in love with this system. Is it going to be perfect? No, never will be. It's going to be beta when we release it. But the truth is, it can just give somebody a trajectory and give them that 80%. Let's just do 80%. It's going to be life-changing for so many people, especially for people that aren't exposed to what we're doing here in Morning Coach. You know, imagine if you have a child and the child is going to a guidance counselor, as many of us did. And what does a guidance counselor really do, right? But imagine a child says, I want to do this and this, and analyzes it, and it says, do you really believe? I mean, is this something you believe you can do? Okay, this is what you need to do. This is going to give you the best probability of success. And when you wake up in the morning, did you do these things? And of course, with the companion that we built in the past, we could take a picture or write down or input data and say, okay, did we do it? Did we not? And course correct as we go. Powerful stuff. And I'm sharing with you because it's a dream realized. And so I'm excited, and I want you to have that energy. But just keep an eye out for that as we continue to move forward. And obviously, if you go to morningcoach.io now, you can sign up on the waiting list for the beta that we're going to be putting out. And we're going to be testing it, so I'll be letting you know. But we're really rocking here. And we're getting our CRM with really understanding you even better so we can provide tools, but then also support you. The other aspect of it that I think is really important is Kari and Tracy and me and the team. And we have Roxanne and Karen and so many people like John and Lori and a lot of people that are involved in our organization, helping and doing things and making our community better, is there's humans here too. So this isn't just generally IA, it's using it for the data part. But as far as the other side of it, we've got the human side of that support that's so important. So I just want to share with you, I'm really excited about that. I believe the speed of leader determines the rate of the pack. So I'm really working to build systems and tools. I told you for a September launch, that's going to be amazing. And you're just along for the ride. Enjoy it. Use the tools as we put them out there and continue to progress forward. Just don't get overwhelmed because I'm building, and the summer is for building, and I'm building, and I'm excited to take you along with. Okay, so this week we're doing Leading Your Tribe. We're going to talk a little bit about that today. We've got week 3 of our book study, Designing Your Life. Tomorrow, Wednesday, we've got Why It's Important to Be an Authentic Leader. We're going to talk about being authentic. Thursday, Ask JB, I get this question. I don't want to take on any responsibility. I get that. I was in an HOA. I never want to do that again. It's going to be a good one on Thursday. Friday, we got financial leadership and your ILD number and why those two things are important. Saturday, Dr. Paul, who continues to give us amazing information on longevity and anti-aging. And Sunday, we're going to talk about finding a time alone, spending some time by yourself, which to me, I think is so critical to understand the direction you want to go. Again, leaders are the ones that are pointing the direction. The reason CEOs make so much money is because they got to sell a vision and everybody's got to get on board. And a lot of times they don't, right? And that's when businesses fail. If you read Jim Collins' Good to Great back in the day, we realized that if we can get everybody going the same direction, even if it's not perfect, it's going to work out better than if everybody's going different directions. And so our leadership is about really getting clear about what we're attempting to do as far as you are. So I found years ago, I found myself doing everything. I was grinding, pushing, striving, but it wasn't leadership. It was management by burnout. Then I stepped back, reconnected to my mission and realized leadership is about building systems, not just pushing people forward. It's about values, energy, and alignment. And that's when Morning Coach really started to thrive. Be the lighthouse, not the tugboat. And you want to be that beacon of light that people want to follow or go to, and not a tugboat that's pushing people along. And how do you do that? Well, you start putting together energy into ideas and concepts that will solve problems for people in their life. In ILD, I talk a lot about this, right? It's like, what do we need to do to add value in my job? What do I need to do to add value to my family? What do I need to do as an entrepreneur? We need to add value. We need to start to solve problems. And in order to do that, we've got to look at our lives and what we're doing. And then we've got to look at a mission. We've got to look at a vision. What am I doing? Who do I want to become? And then we got to prioritize and get people to align to those things. If they aren't, we really have a hard time delegating. If we don't understand the expectations, we have a hard time delegating. So once we get that going and we're able to be authentic and we can start screaming from the top of the hills, that I want to change the world one person at a time. I want to make people more efficient. I want to help people optimize their life. And for me, 800 is my magic number. Like, I'm looking for 800 to build this software, to build all these tools to support a small group, relatively small group. But that allows me to do what? Focus in on a tribe. So when I talk about leading your tribe, what is a tribe? A tribe is a group of people aligned with a shared mission. And that could be your business team, your mastermind, your family, or your community. It forms naturally around purpose, but it must be intentionally led. So when we talk about, and if you go in the ILD, or you're going to learn about cohort to mastermind or cohort to collaboration business model, that's the thing. Like, you want it to, people come for content, they stay for community. That's why you hear me talk a lot about community. It's like, not only do I love the community, but the truth is people will stick with you because of the community. It just is what it is. And the thing that I love about Morning Coach is it's not word service here. It's the best community on the planet. The people that are here are unbelievable. Like, we have the most talented group of people, but that it must be intentionally led. And I have tried for years to just let things kind of work and leaders kind of find their way. It doesn't work. It just doesn't. So that's why we brought Kari on, to start really shaping leadership into our tribe, into our community, so that people know you're supported. There's something going on. I'm in front of the computer building systems and tools. I got so many hours in the day, and I want to know everybody. So we're using systems, which now Tracy's on the backside feeding me information, and I can log into the computer and I can go to my system and go, okay, how can I manage? I literally could manage thousands, but how do I manage 800 people and really focus on my energy on their lives? Systems. So we have, Capsule is our only member VIP system that we invested in. Kari is our member only person who's just analyzing things. Tracy is in the back end. And then I have Transpond, which is our new email system only for our wonderful people like yourself. And then we have Kit and Click, for all this other stuff on the other side of it for marketing and for people that aren't really involved. So it's deep. But why am I doing this? Because I care so much about the tribe that I want to lead in a better way, and I want to be intentional. Okay. And that's something that over 20 years I haven't been. I'm like, it'll take care of itself. The community will build, things will work on its own. And it's very rare for that to occur, but it's great if it does. I'll just tell you right now, if you've got a tribe that leaders are starting to come out of the woodwork, now we've got some great ones, don't get me wrong. It's the actual whole community coming together, which is a challenge. We've got amazing leaders, but it's the systems to give those leaders the ability to communicate and make it easy to connect, right? And that's what we're working on. But for you, it's getting that tribe together that you're going to lead is so important. So when we look at our 4 legs of our leadership table, and we use these 4 legs analogy for a lot of things, it's really important we look at everything we do because it aligns to this: the mission and the vision, the why and the where of leadership. Are you clearly communicating your long-term vision? And that's something we're doing a better version of. Like, I'm working to change the world. We're working to bring energy in your life. Yes, my personal mission is to work with 800 people, but there's a big picture here that I can be the conduit. I had breakfast with somebody the other day that said, JB, you've already changed my life, and more importantly, my kids' lives. It was magical. That's magical to me. And being able to push that through is where real change. I think of the analogy of, and this is a business analogy, when you look at the Lord's Supper and you see Jesus and the 12, and I always talk about leading your tribe, find those 12. Because with those 12, the Christianity is the world's biggest religion, right? So obviously, depending on your spiritual beliefs, there's God involved in everything else, but I just want you to see that analogy. It's not about the amount of people. It's about the connections that you make and building that. So having that mission and vision is really critical. And then team, you build a team that aligns with your values, and you just don't hire, collaborate, or curate. So one of the big things is I work with people like that are out there. In the past, I would bring on friends, people that I knew. Now it's like, I want people that care. That's the first thing. Honestly, it's weird. It's hard to find people that care, but that's one of my most important values. And then let's focus on certainty, because if they care, then I can support. That's us, right? And then communication. This is where most leaders fail. We need more check-ins. We need more transparency. We need to listen more than we speak. And again, not having the ability to listen as much as I would like to, helping and bringing people on is what I'm doing. And then we're listening. And again, building a CRM so we can collect data. I think Ira asked, what are you doing with this data? I'm listening. I'm trying to find out what everybody needs so I can build better and better tools. I can focus on the things that are going to give you the best probability for success. You see, there are no guarantees, right? But if we can get data and we can get the right information, do the right things, we get a better probability. Like going to Boston, there was no guarantee in Toledo that I would qualify for Boston. I had to go to the bathroom at mile 12. That could have took longer than it did. There are no guarantees, but everything that I did every day to build up to that with that vision and that mission, and then the goals and the structure and the projects and the tasks and those back-to-back long runs with a human coach, and then feeding it to AI, allowed me to give me the best probability. See, that's the key, right? So in anything in life, we're just trying to get the best probability. You can make money as a gambler if you can understand probability and you can have it to your favor. Look, the reason that the casinos are so big in Las Vegas is because they have the edge. What we're working here at Morning Coach is to give you the edge in life. It doesn't mean you're going to win, right? Casinos lose too. What it means is you're going to have the best probability. Okay. And then commitment is so important, that you show up consistently, you set the tone, because your energy really is a big part of this. So what are the traits of an ILD-driven leader that I'm working towards, and you should be too? We lead with clarity, not chaos. Remember, I talk about certainty. We create space for others to rise. It's really important. That's why I'm putting community together. I want everybody to rise. You want to build those up around you, because then you just go higher and higher. There's a growth-minded. You are growth-minded, consistently growing, and you're emotionally intelligent. Morning Coach System's all about EQ, right? And you design your life and business with intention. Great leaders create belonging. They make their tribe feel safe, seen, and heard. Really important. You have open values discussion. You understand progress. So understand that. We're in a do month. This is a time to be building right now. So let's get after it. And let's avoid a few things before we get into our challenge. I'm sorry I'm going over today. But we want to be careful of over-managing versus empowering. We want to be careful of confusing business with productivity. We want to be very cautious of setting boundaries, because if you don't, you will burn out. And you got to be careful of trying to lead without a clear personal mission. People need to be able to see what you're about. It's really important. So your challenge today is list your current tribe, those you influence. Are you leading them with clarity? What actions can you take today to better align your leadership with your values? The thought of the day is your tribe is not looking for perfection. They're looking for consistency, courage, and clarity. Your journal prompt is you write today, where in my life do I need to step up as a leader? What does my tribe need from me right now? And finally, we got an African proverb to end the day. If you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. I love that. And there's a lot of truth to that. So let's go out there and start focusing a little bit on leadership. Tomorrow, we're going to talk about designing your life. A lot going on, right? Just, hey, if anything, just jump on the train. Trust the process and watch how it just gets you going. And if you got any questions, let us know. We've got a great community rolling. We got a great community support team on the backside. Email, if you need something as a member, support@morningcoach.com. Brand new email, support@morningcoach.com. Info is more of our general mailbox. Tracy's got that. And we've got, Kyrie's got support@morningcoach.com. So swing by the community, stop in, say hello. We're here to support you. And there are some amazing tools coming. So go do it to it. I love you so much. And I'll be back tomorrow right here on MorningCoach.com.